City Muay Thai podcast here with Dedrick and Lou from West Coast Fight Team. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for coming down to Tacoma.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
It's good to see you guys.
You too.
Sorry, just getting started right off the bat. We already been chatting a little bit.
Right. So we gotta
Sorry to have to dial it back, but yeah. So I know you got a title fight coming up.
Yeah, title fight.
Yeah, COGA.
Yeah, COGA. For COGA, March. No, not March. It's May. May 23rd for COGA up in Clearwater Casino.
Yeah, that's gonna be great because I'll be there too.
Okay, word.
Doing it. We're everywhere. Trying to be everywhere.
Yeah, bro, you've been doing your thing, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw you last weekend at the West Coast Smoker.
At the Brian John. You were at the West Coast Smoker.
Yeah, West Coast Smoker and at Brian Johnson's.
And at Brian Johnson's,
And you guys are active as fuck too.
Yeah. No, I was watching the interview with Talon, and he said we're basically the biggest smoker in the Pacific Northwest for the past 20
Forever.
years.
Since I've been fighting.
Since you've been fighting. Okay. How long have you been fighting?
I don't fight anymore, but 2011 is when I started.
When you started, okay. And then you, do you mind if you kind of give me a rundown of
just 2011, I stopped fighting about 2015, March-ish, I'd say. I can't remember exactly how many fights, but bunch of all kickboxing fights. I didn't do any MMA. Trained out of Vital Jiu-Jitsu, Street Slick Muay Thai. Used to be just Team MA, BJJ, Fife back in the day. And mainly trained under Master Sauhin and crew Brian Jones Jr., And we've been coming out to your guys' smoker since before I started. So I started in April 2011. So 15 years ago this month.
Right. Dang. 2011 is really 15 years ago. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But that's what's up, though. That's what's up. Yeah.
So, it's always, fun being in the fight community. But how about you guys?
Go ahead, Luke. Go ahead.
Oh man, yeah. I've probably been doing MMA at West Coast for 3 years now, DJ.
I would say so. Yeah.
I took 6 months off because of some injuries right now. Right now, I'm nursing a torn MCL, but that fighting spirit, bro. I'm ready to get back in there. I'm going on hikes and kicking at the heavy bag. I probably should chill, but fighters were kind of hard headed with that kind of stuff, and sometimes our bodies can't keep up with our minds.
Yeah. Sometimes we gotta scratch that itch.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise, you go nuts, and then just somebody cut you off or something. It's just you never fucking know, and that happens all the time.
Yeah. Well, you gotta think for us, fighting is that outlet to get rid of
that primal energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we don't have that, then it's kind of for me at least, I kind of feel lost in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure anybody that has fought and that's going to hear that would agree.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm actually kind of weird because it's even though fighting does take a little bit of anger out of me, if somebody does something to me, I want to do something to that person. I don't, a bag ain't going to do it for me. If you fucking cuss me out, I want to fucking, excuse my language, I want to be ugh. So, but I've always, I don't know, but even still, the longer I've been fighting, the more I've been able to channel my anger and be able to use it for something better than destroying stuff,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My friends always call me a big ass ogre, and then Shrek came out, and I'm like, oh, so they call me Shrek. Oops, I broke your toy.
Fighting named Shrek.
Yeah. I was actually gonna make one of my mouth guards into a Shrek mouth guard.
Oh, that's pretty filthy.
Yeah. But just fucking around when I'm bored or something.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your fun when you're training.
Yeah.
You got to, I was looking up on Amazon. I want to get a little Dragon Ball Z, practice shorts and compression shirt.
Yeah,
so how you see how they have that, just have fun. You got to enjoy yourself because. When you first start out, you're excited about it, but as you go and you keep working, you start working a lot, and doing things in life, training starts to kind of feel dull, and it shouldn't be like that because that's how you lose your growth. So you got to find ways to be able to make it fun and entertaining and stuff.
100%, yeah. And there's a lot more of a big industry around it now. When I started, man, the most fun you're gonna have is a graphic tee or something like that. The fun you're having is fucking training, but then, like you said, it kind of fizzles out. So you're either staying active and fighting, or if you can't, then you got to find ways to stay interested. But you get a dope shirt. I got some Ninja Turtle shorts and shit like that. Yeah, just to fuck around. But how long you been training?
Shoot, man. Well, am I allowed to cuss on here? Or is it?
I don't care.
Oh, okay. Because I, you know,
We punch each other in the face. You
Yeah,
didn't curse, bro.
Right.
I get
well-
what you're saying. It's like it's on. No, this ain't for kids necessarily. If kids watch it, it's because they got their parents' access to YouTube.
right, or they're already fighting, so they
Yeah,
got,
or-
you know, but you know,
They hear worse shit at fucking junior high.
Yeah,
Come on.
you hear
Elementary,
some-
probably.
Everybody
You'll
got phones now. Everybody
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah, you'll hear worse shit on the Call of Duty lobby. Man. Like it's, like when I was playing Call of Duty, I would log in. I would just say one thing. They'd be like, saying, you know.
Yeah.
I would always have to fight for my life, and so I'm like, all right, bro, I'm done with this bullshit, you know. But but anyways though, so I guess a whole rundown with me. I started Taekwondo when I was about 5. I was a little fat kid, so I did Taekwondo when I was about 5 under Coach Maxwell. Hopped back in about 12 years old under esports Taekwondo Coach Lee, and then I started going into football, playing a little bit of football. Did some high school wrestling. Back in high school, I was probably like 380, almost 400 pounds.
No way.
I was a big cat. Yeah, but then I started wrestling, started losing some weight, and then so overall, when I was in high school, I probably had 5 years of martial arts experience, but I wasn't really a fighter. I just did it, didn't really apply it, and then I started training MMA with West Coast Fight Team in 2020, and I've been doing MMA ever since. So I'll say about 10 years of martial arts experience, you know, kind of on and off. But yeah, 5 years, 6 years consistently in MMA.
Yeah. And is all that over at West Coast?
All over at West Coast. We have
Yeah.
some good fighters, man, good
Yeah, you do.
coaches. Yeah, like they teach you the fundamentals of MMA. You could be the coolest guy, but if you don't know your fundamentals, man,
You're toast. Yep.
toast.
See, yeah. And that's one of the reasons I'll agree with that so much is because I'm the fundamentals coach and the fight team coach. So it's like, you just got to fill all avenues of that. So yeah, little mistakes in the fundamentals cost you dearly, right?
Yeah,
Having
they
your
do.
hands a little too low or a little too high, you never know. Bad position.
Yeah.
Too close, too far. All that little shit.
Real talk. And that's the thing about MMA too. Like it's if you, like your position, like if you're in a position now, that's because it was decided 3 positions ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's chess at that point. Like you're thinking multiple moves ahead. It's not just and so being a Muay Thai guy, I mean, and I don't want to say kickboxer, but like took kickboxing fights because Muay Thai wasn't as popular.
It wasn't. Yeah.
But a lot of people look at that as like a checkers kind of thing, like back and forth. And I would say kickboxing kind of is for the sport of it. But Muay Thai, the same thing. Like we're thinking 3 to 5 steps ahead. Like how am I going to set up this fucking elbow? Well, this guy keeps dropping his hands, but every time I come in with this, so you know what I mean? You're thinking about how to set certain things. And obviously in kickboxing too, you do the same thing. But that's the higher IQ of the sport. You get past that once you build your foundation.
Right. Yeah. No, because because in kickboxing you don't have trips and sweeps, and you know with, in Muay Thai you have trips and sweeps, and you can kind of do a little bit more grabbing. So it's more MMA-ish. You know what I'm saying?
You get closer with it, yeah.
You get closer with it. Like you're throwing leg kicks. Now he's checking them, and then boom, you can kick underneath and sweep them. So
Yeah.
It's I like Muay Thai a lot more than kickboxing, in my personal opinion, especially with the small gloves on one championship.
Yeah.
It's
Fuck
so filthy. Like I don't know.
Action Muay Thai.
Yeah, it brings a lot more action. You got guys like Rod Tang, Haggerty. There's so many people I can watch. Yeah, but yeah.
They've actually been dropping people like flies off their roster. That's why there's speculation. So do you see Rod Tang got sued by 1FC?
I've been hearing about that story. Yeah.
So I don't know obviously like we're just out here hanging out in Tacoma area.
Right.
So I don't know the ins and outs, but like I know like Matt Hume is no longer affiliated or something like that. He's not. There's something with that, or he stepped down. I'm not exactly sure. But there's this thing with Rod Tang, and there were like lawsuits back and forth, and then they dropped them all so that this last fight could happen, and then they're just gonna go their separate ways. But you're seeing like a mass exodus, and they've been saying like they've been financially struggling for a little bit, and you never know. And so one thing I've been seeing consistently is them dialing things back to the stadium fights in Thailand.
Okay.
And I mean, I know they're based out of Singapore, but and adhering back to the traditional Thai rules. And I'm wondering if that's because they can operate still under a cheaper cost, being that they're already established, and get some of those big name guys still.
Right. You know.
So, but again, speculation. I don't know.
Right.
Just watching the sport.
But then if you keep it in Thailand, how do you globalize it? You know, I think didn't one kind of go around to different places?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
how
I mean, in that, what is it? I can't remember the name. It's not the Diamond fight. Whatever this samurai fight between Rodtang and or whatever.
Oh, I thought you were thinking DJ. I thought you were going to refer to DJ.
No. I'm talking about the one that's coming up. It's like the samurai fight or whatever in something like that in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's fighting Tekaru, whatever.
Oh, the kickboxer. Yeah.
And so that was the one that they were like, oh, it's not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. So now everyone pulled all their lawsuits, so now it's going to happen. But they've been all over the world. But what I've been seeing, like I said, they're just kind of dialing some things back. And you see, like, when was the last time they had a big fight card in the United States?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I think the last one was when that dude went against Sage Northcutt and knocked out Sage Northcutt. He was a cold striker. I forgot his name, too. He's like a Blasian dude. People watching will definitely know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, there's been cards since then, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's been like months, though.
It's been months, so it hasn't been consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the UFC is putting on fight basically every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and obviously that's MMA. I would love to see UFC get into some form of, like, Muay Thai. Like,
real talk.
Like, just like they're doing over in, like, ONE FC. And it's like, why can't you just, like, hey, we're going to take our gloves and let you guys kickbox
do
Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Or, I know Dana White always talked about... he has a sour taste in his mouth about kickboxing because of the 80s pants fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff where you got to throw like 7 or 9 kicks before you can throw a punch. So like,
that was the rule back then?
So boxers were, as I understand it could be wrong, but boxers were coming in and just dominating kickboxing. So they made it a rule that you have to throw like a certain amount of kicks before you're able to throw a punch. And when you do that, obviously it kind of cheapens the sport, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, well, I mean, I guess it's kickboxing. So guys would walk out, be like, kick. All right, it's a boxing match.
Now they just, they would take those 9 leg kicks.
It's just like, geez, like. But like, so one of my favorite things I was talking about the other day is there's this guy on YouTube, Lawrence Kenshin, and he does a really good job at breaking down fights and stuff like that. And he broke down one of the very first American kickboxing fights versus a Thai fighter, and it was Rick Rufus, the heavyweight champion at the time, and all this stuff.
I've heard of Rick Rufus.
Brother of Duke Rufus from Rufus Sport and all that shit. And this was the first time they're like letting leg kicks happen. And so like Rick Rufus broke dude's jaw. I can't remember the name of it. It's one of the Thai names that is really hard to remember. I pronounce it okay. I can't remember them for shit now. There's so many.
There's a lot of
It's just, and they all have like a similar flow. If I was Thai, it'd be different. I'm sure they can say the same about American names.
Yeah. Right. Hey,
you know, James Johnson, fucking
the third or
whatever.
Right.
You know, like how many? Anyway. But Lawrence Kenshin did a really good job breaking that down. They talk about like, ooh, this is how he throws the low kick, and it was just a really tough fight. But he ended up beating the American kickboxer like in his own thing, but with a broken jaw and shit. And he's just kind of like a grit fight. But we were talking about that at class the other day about the integration of that. And so Duke Rufus from Rufus Sport goes and at the end he's doing the interview and he's like, doesn't take much talent to kick the leg, fucking blah blah blah. And he's like, we experimented tonight. It was just not worth it. It's really not. There's no talent. And as soon as he gets off there, like very shortly, they go to Thailand and they fucking train and they're like, holy shit. And then they bring it back and he's like, Crew Duke Rufus and all this shit. Like, and so again, people can adapt, you know, but interesting time in Muay Thai kickboxing.
Yeah, real talk. And honestly, I think when it comes to just all stand-up martial arts, Muay Thai is just the best. Just the ferocity of it, because you also got the clinches of it as well, and the mental toughness. You have American kickboxing, which, you know, they flow. I wouldn't say they flow better, but it's a lot more free-flowing. But like, still, Muay Thai is very, like, you see those guys, they're throwing 9s and 10s. You don't see a lot of crazy kicks in Muay Thai, but damn, like, you get hit with one of those, like. It could be the most simplest kick. It could be the most simplest punch, but they practice that 1,000 to 10,000 times. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know.
Yeah, Muay Thai guys are crazy, man. The first time I fought one was at it was a gym in Seattle called like Muay Iron or something like that.
Muay Thai Iran.
Yeah, because they got smokers up there and whatnot. And I did a smoker. And we wasn't gonna do elbows. That was the agree. We agreed to not do elbows and knees. Okay. And I was kind of fucking him up with the kickboxing a little bit. and he got mad and started hitting me with elbows and knees.
Oh shit, yeah.
So I was like, motherfucker, yeah.
Was it like a gentleman's agreement, like as you guys were going,
Kinda,
or just like
yeah.
as a smoke? Or is it like how when you guys do the smoker at West Coast? It's like, hey, we're working, we're banging, or is it like kickboxing or just Muay Thai?
Yeah, we kind of agree. I was like, hey, I don't really train elbows and knees like that, so let's kind of hold off on those.
So he's like, oh, never mind.
Never mind. And started hitting me with fucking elbows and knees, and I got mad. And then, it is what it was a good time, but that guy was a freaking a-hole. Yeah.
But even just seeing the amount of weapons you have as a Muay Thai fighter is just
Yeah. When it's kind of funny because I can relate to that. I wouldn't do that necessarily. Still remain to the gentleman's agreement, but at the same time, like, I definitely feel like if I'm getting fucked up, like I got more weapons I can pull out. You know what I mean? Like I just.
Well, in that case, shit, I should have went for a takedown.
Exactly,
or something.
and that's where it's like escalation. Like, where do we stop now?
Yeah,
so,
we just banging now at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you trying to catch an elbow to the head on the ground.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Real talk.
Thump your head off. That's not fun.
That gym's nice though. Have you been there? You guys been there?
I don't think I've been.
I haven't been there, but my buddy XJ trains up at Muay Thai Auburn.
Yeah.
So, and I know that they're really nice gym. Well known, well respected.
Yeah.
They got some good people up there.
Well, they bring like authentic Thai street food up there too. They have like street food vendors up there.
Go up there, bro.
Selling all kind of Thai food. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that's fire.
Good stuff. Yeah, we gotta head up there when they do smokers too. If you want to go.
Hey, we can if they got any big dudes. You know, I'm not saying I'll beat anybody, but definitely be good to get some experience. So, yeah.
There's a lot more gyms I've noticed doing a lot more smokers. Because like 10 Kicks comes down, I've seen them a handful of times at your guys' smokers. I know they started, shout out to Stanley and everybody up at 10 Kicks. But I noticed they started doing smokers. MMA and Muay Thai, I think.
They do MMA smokers as well. We're not able to. I don't know what the logistics of it are, but yeah, they do MMA smokers. So 10 Kicks has been a real good gym to us and stuff. So we appreciate it.
You cornered me for my smoker up there, right?
For the 10 Kick smoker, I think
so.
Yeah,
you cornered me. You in town and cornered me.
Yep. Nice. Yeah. So, but good people. We train with 10 Kicks. We train with Brian Johnson's gym.
Yeah.
You got Ring Demon, all those gyms around there. But yeah. So.
Well, that cross training is fucking invaluable. Because like when I came up, it was a lot fewer gyms, and you see a lot more people like holding on to their students, like, not supposed to cross train because what happens when they leave? Now you can't pay your bills, blah blah blah. Right. Now it's like, man, you throw a rock and find a fucking combat sports gym, or martial arts gym. Not saying they're good, but they're there. They're around.
And I think like I'm a big preacher on, like, I think combat sports, martial arts, whatever it is, should be implemented in all aspects of society. It just teaches, gives you a mentality,
Put the fucking elementary kids into something like that. Even if it's like, all right, this is how it's kind of done. Only problem is, like, you're always gonna get the pushback. The same pushback I got from my own parents is like, oh, my kid's already fucking fighting his brothers, beating each other up. I don't want to teach him how to do it better. It's like, but it has the counter effect. But you can't teach people. Like, it takes a full cultural reversal of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you guys would have to have, like, your kids in there or be the teacher, and then you have to, like, show them by teaching. It's just so weird. Like, I don't know.
It's a good discipline. My thing, in my experience, people who fight are less likely to be crazy aggressive in the outside world.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That makes sense. The people that do crazy things, like go and beat up kids or do, I don't know, school shootings, those are the people that don't have that outlet or the discipline or whatnot. You don't see people that train the way we do, doing crazy shit all the time,
Well, I think to your point, I mean, all right, so I never felt like I belonged in school or anywhere outside of the gym. I never felt like I fully belonged in anything. Once I got there, and I'm like, this whole room is full of people that want to get better and are genuinely, like, you can't lie in the fucking, the training shows up or fucking it doesn't.
Real talk.
And I don't know, man, just kind of having that community now, what am I trying to say? It just kind of brought me to, like, I feel like I have a place where I can come and get better, like a home, like to where, like, a place where I belong. Everybody's gonna get better, and everyone's gonna encourage you to get better. Coaches, other teammates, and then you're gonna watch you're going to be there for 3 weeks. You're going to watch somebody new come in and they're like, oh shit, I don't know about this. And then just be accepted in.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, this place really is that. And it's not just me. It's not a special one-off. Like, I'm not one person. It's like, I've seen fucking, because as combat sports, turnover is always fucking atrocious.
It's high. You'll have a lot of people.
Yeah, train for a month and then you don't ever see them again.
Or train for a year and then same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like
Literally.
there's no timeline on when they quit, and everybody gets aged out at some point. You know,
We're all mortal. We're all mortal. Yeah.
but yeah, it's just a different environment that I've experienced. You know.
Yeah, it is. We kind of we kind of go through the same thing at our gym. Like, I tend not to like be too friendly with people at the gym because like you don't know when they're gonna leave. You know, they're here for the month, and then all of a sudden they bounce out, and it's like, okay, so we just became homies and now you're gone. So like, I'm not trying to be doing all that up and down stuff. So, and then at the end of the day, not everybody in the gym is like us really a warrior. There's a lot of hobbyists, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't want to be talking to hobbyists. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm in the middle of fight camp, I don't want to sit here and talk about some video game or something like that.
Well, that's your time. Yeah.
You know, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, exactly. And then now you're sitting there talking to them for 20 minutes trying to be a nice person. You just wasted 20 minutes of training right there.
Exactly.
I could back what he's saying there.
Oh,
one time
100%.
you had a fight coming up.
Yeah.
And this was before I was like taking fights or whatnot. And I tried to talk to you about something. You kind of just gave me the death look, like, fuck, you talking to me right now? He was like, no offense, bro, but I'm locked in right now. I just kind of like walked off. I was like, all right,
remember that. I was sitting on the bag.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but you know, as we, you know, progressed and became
You see
friends,
it.
Right.
You know, now we're sparring together and stuff like that.
Right.
But you know, I understand now.
Yeah.
You gotta
Right.
lock in.
Exactly. Well, because that's the thing. It's like, you know, you're a hustler. Like, even if you do martial arts or anything you do, if you're a hustler, bro, I respect you. You know, that's it. And hustlers have a different mentality. You know, I work with a lot of people who don't do martial arts, but they're hustlers. And I can take those same characteristics. Yeah.
The struggle, like if you don't train today, you don't like you might not get better. Like hustler, if you don't fucking grind, you don't eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm
my
saying?
other business. If I'm not making mouth guards and hustling and shit,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking make my bills paid. You know,
Yeah.
get my bills paid.
Right.
But it's kind of interesting because, like, as a coach, I see a lot of the hobbyists come in. I mean, I don't like. It's not a negative connotation to say hobbyist because I mean, a lot of people switch to true competitors, and a lot of people don't know what it looks like even walking in. So just kind of testing the water it's not fair to really call them hobbyists, I'd say, but a beginner, novice, or not even novice, but just seeing the level of turnover, how many people come and go, and then kind of to what you guys were talking about, not being locked in at the right time. So we talk about it's not social time when we're here. So like if we're drilling, it's not like, oh yeah, what happened at fucking at work today, or like we got some younger students and stuff like that, and they're still in like high school or college, like, how was this? How was that? And like, ha ha ha. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then they're like, coach is being a dick today. I'm like, and then they'll have a side conversation later, like, no, we got to do better. You know what I mean? Like, and so I like seeing that growth. And one of them actually came up and was talking like, no, he's not trying to be a dick. I'm kind of like told them that they had that conversation.
Right.
But it's like, man, fucking watching these guys grow, but like, I don't want to stomp out their spirit. Like, we got one guy that fought last night, and he's like the nicest, funnest guy. Like, he's just a fun kid. And I don't want to stomp that out, but at the same time, like, I'm not going to be okay with you taking a head kick or some shit and being like, oh, I was letting them fuck around. What if that was the time for their development and they got better?
Right.
Block that head kick. That's on me now.
Yep, real talk. And then you take that same mentality, even if you don't really think you do, but it's your subconscious. You know, you take that subconscious in the fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm better than them. Okay, I'm gonna let my guard down and hit you with something.
Yep.
Sleep.
Puncher's chance, man. Nobody's better than anybody.
Yeah,
You fucking sit there, just, get your ass whipped, throw one overhand. It's over.
Yep. At the end of the day, we're all human, bro. You know, we can get in that ring. You can be Mike Tyson, but you know, Mike Tyson's lost. You know, respect to him and stuff like that. But you know, I was watching some of his interviews. You know, about a week ago or whatever. He was saying the same thing. Like, everybody's saying, you're gonna be the heavyweight champion of the world. He's like, well, nobody's able to get beat. You know, I got to keep training. I got to keep myself in the gym.
Yeah.
Anybody can get beat. You know what I'm saying? Even John Jones. If John Jones goes against Francis Ngannou, my argument is I think Francis Ngannou will win. John Jones is a better martial artist, no doubt. But, you know, sometimes you just got those animals, bro. And yeah.
Martial artists and, like, fighting is two different things. Like obviously, like John Jones is a great fighter, too.
Right.
But like I always refer to like the old school Bruce Lee thing when he came to the United States. He's like somebody that's trained like high school wrestling and a little bit of boxing can beat a lifelong martial artist, and that's because of the fight that's actually in it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's different. You have to have this drive to beat another person, not be like, oh, I'm gonna point them or I'm gonna progress my style, because a lot of these things you think about like old martial arts, like the Kung Fu era. You're watching Ip Man, and that's very effective against other martial artists.
Right.
Playing
And
by the
then
same
those
rules.
motherfuckers come in because that want to beat everybody, that little crowd, and then they start whooping the whole martial arts school, and they got to get the best to go fuck them up. You know, and it's like now we're starting to see like fight versus art.
Yeah.
You know, applying your art in the medium of the fight is my favorite.
Right.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Who's that one Asian guy? He's over in China just beating up all like the traditional kung fu artists.
I don't know.
Big heavyweight Asian dude, and
I
he's like
know
fighting
who you're
against.
talking about. I don't know who it is, but I've heard a bunch of stories about this guy. Like he's like going around doing the gym tours and like fucking people up.
Yeah.
And he's an actual fighter.
Oh, he's the actual MMA fighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
damn.
then he's been like kicked out of a bunch of places, been shunned a bunch of places.
Oh, China hates him now because he's like making him look bad because he's making like the traditional Chinese kung
He's going
fu
against his
artists.
own people. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where they're like,
and
hey
he's
man.
just, he's just kicking their asses.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I'm gonna send you someone that later.
Yeah, I
It
think
is
I might have
because
seen
you'll have
that
this
dude,
guy
yeah.
come out like in his Wing Chun stance.
Yeah.
And he's just like in a regular like MMA stance, got his mouth guard in. The guy comes up and he's trying to do like Ip Man stuff, and he just drops him.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really work, man.
I thought we figured this out. I
Yeah.
thought this is like China's like, no, we're gonna block this.
Yeah.
We're just not gonna
They
let
don't
this
like
happen.
that guy. over there.
Yeah.
Well, you also have Wushu Sanda out of China. I like Wushu. What's the dude's name? Song Yadong and what's her name? Wei Li.
Wei Li Zhang.
Well,
Zhang
yeah,
or whatever.
I think they do a lot of combat. Not I was about to say sambo. Wushu Sanda, and it's like Chinese kickboxing. But you have to be able to adapt, and that's why you brought up Bruce Lee. That's why Bruce Lee's so prominent, is because he was able to take every martial arts and apply it. You know?
When he sought it out. When he came over, he was like, "Oh shit, I'd get fucked up. How'd you do that?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the desire to be better at not just the martial art or perfecting his martial art, but to be a better fighter and combative, or like I think that's why he's so popular. It's like,
Yeah.
And he go out and he also had a ton of style.
Right,
you
he
know,
just had
but
that kind of character about him. Yeah,
Fuck with the glasses, like he had that swag. back then.
right. He was chill,
Especially like
you know?
the novelty of being like a big name Asian dude back in like Hollywood back then. You know what I mean? It
60s
was
and 70s.
prominently like white.
This was right after Muhammad Ali too.
Yeah.
This
Oh
was
yeah.
right
Oh,
after
they used to
Muhammad Ali.
fucking sit there and chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like that. Man, that's what a time to be alive back then, and
Real
just kind of be like a
yeah.
fly on the wall.
Real talk. And then that's why I love Washington, because Washington, a lot of people don't really understand how like Washington comes off the coattails of like Bruce Lee. Like Bruce Lee kind of started the whole MMA
Right.
idea in the West, in America and stuff like that. But like he came up to Seattle. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like he came up to Seattle, and then he trained a lot of our people, and a lot of those people are older now, and then they're training a lot of us and stuff. So like I always like love to pay homage to the people before me and stuff. Like Bruce, like my coach Lunder Moore, he was like I think a 3-time U.S. Taekwondo champion, and trained with Maurice Smith and fought Steve Decker, and
Nice.
with Victor,
Damn.
trained with Victor Solier, and he actually he has a crazy story that for the Olympic tryouts, because this was the very first year that I think this was '86 or something, where they put the Taekwondo in the Olympics. He came in as a white belt, whooped everybody's butt, and then they actually moved him up to the red belt division.
Okay,
They tried to move him
wow.
up to the black belt, but they moved him to the red belt
Yeah.
position, and he won gold in that. And he got invited to the Olympics. Fortunately, he wasn't able to go to the Olympics due to monetary issues, because I guess back then when they did send you a ticket to the Olympics, you had to come up with like $800 like within a week. And
I bet,
$800 in '86, especially
It's like $5 grand right now.
Yeah.
that's, you know what I'm saying? Right. Unless
sell
you're
my
like
car.
some corporate dude, right? It's like so they tried, but it didn't work. But like even still, like Bruce Lee, growing up, my coach used to his uncles used to fuck with Bruce Lee, and then so like he would see Bruce Lee coming up and stuff, and then just seeing how like interconnected. Like Bruce Lee's first student, was black, and that's like that's like just really I would say very like what's sentimental, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're able to see like, hey, he did fuck with us and stuff. He was fucking with the people who weren't.
It's inspirational.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and it's just like, it's very inspirational. And I just love seeing how like Washington is like a martial arts hub. Like if you look at like, you got Dagestan, you have, what's some other big martial arts hubs around the world and stuff
I mean,
that?
I would always say like the big ones, like you go way back in like Japan, like stuff like that, like Okinawa and stuff like that. They're always, I mean, because like Karate Kid fucking really brought that out.
Right.
And then, obviously, like we all know about like Chinese monks and stuff like that.
Right.
And, I mean, obviously, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Vale Tudo.
Vale Tudo.
A lot of people don't talk about Vale Tudo. Like that is another like grandfathered in MMA shit because I mean we're a Carlson Gracie school, not a Ilio school.
Yeah.
And so like Ilio was always talking about like the gi. Carlson's like, let's go put on the fucking shorts and scrap it out on the beach. We'll do it all.
Right.
And that's like we're like I said, we're Carlson Gracie schools. So.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Brazil has what, capoeira?
They got capoeira. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's as effective, but like it's very recognizable.
It's very recognizable. Well, if you do some of the kicks in capoeira, I mean, like
powerful,
very powerful.
They did a fucking sports science thing on that.
They did.
I seen that.
Yeah.
Powerful kicks, huh?
Yeah, they're doing
that rotation. Yeah.
It's the physics of it. Yeah. And so if you're able to incorporate, and that's goes into Chinese martial arts, and like you had Anderson Silva. Like if you take Wing Chun by itself is straight bullshit against MMA. But there's certain aspects you can do where you take it and then you learn from it and then you apply it to your game. Like Taekwondo, you take Taekwondo and maybe you get your ass whooped. But then you look at somebody like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who's like, okay, what if I throw my 1-2 and then throw that kick? It works. Yeah.
Well, and I think that's like separating the sport aspect of it into like what actually works, because if you're doing like Taekwondo and it's point fighting,
right?
That's not as realistic because like oh, I got kicked. I'm not gonna stop unless you stop me. Yeah. It's like you ever hear Boss Rutan talking shit about the girls that do like Krav Maga? It's like, all right, I got you in this headlock. I'll just poke you in the eye. And it's like, okay. He's like, ow, snap.
Right.
Like, and then he's like, walks off like, ow, my eye hurts, dead.
Right.
Like this. I mean, you just have to understand like it's not all valid, and I think that is why MMA is so prevalent, because it puts all of it to the test. Because there's a lot of other people we've got a couple guys that come in. We got one guy we call him Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
But he comes in and he's like super awkward, but he's done it for so long. He's gotten really good at it. He like almost scrubs his glove in your face. The only thing I can do is like long guard him at this point. I'm like, and then as soon as you start to push forward or lean just a touch, he sweeps you. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you good at this drunken fucking panda shit?
Right.
And, but he's done it. And shout out to Dane. Fucking frustrating at times. Like even because I don't know if you guys know Juan Jackson, but like he's really good, especially on Muay Thai and stand up. He'll sweep one and want to be like motherfucker, because it looks ugly.
Yeah.
It looks like, bro, how am I losing to? But he's gotten so good at it that it's frustrating, and you like he'll push you, and then you get the return and he sweeps you. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's why it's good though. It's unorthodox.
Yeah, it's hard to read.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it, I'm like,
yeah. I actually got I've been practicing my sweeps and stuff. They're very, very, very effective. I think they're very effective at heavyweight as well, because if you're trying to, take a big 265-pound dude who's real yacked and, athletic, like look at Francis Ngannou, for example. Like we'll talk about the John Jones fight. Like, John Jones, phenomenal wrestler, world-class, one of the best wrestlers in MMA. He was a JUCO wrestler, but still world-class wrestler. He can take anybody down, but it still takes a lot more effort to take Ngannou down versus Daniel Cormier.
Yeah.
Those are the big legs, big dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're in heavyweight and you're trying to go for that single or that double. You're fighting for 30 seconds. That's a lot of fight. But with a sweep, you can just, get the clinch, boom, sweep them. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot less effort. It's safer. So I think sweeps are very, very important. Especially at heavyweight MMA, man. Because if you don't manage your stamina, you are gassed.
Oh, fuck yeah. And that's what you see probably the most is with heavyweights. Because you see like the little guys, they just fight. Yeah.
They can go.
All 3 rounds.
Yeah. And I know like our school is always like cardio. Cardio's a fucking weapon.
Yeah.
You know, like, or maybe not even a weapon, but you see what happens to people when they don't have it. They got a round. It may be. Like we had one kid at your smoker at the smoker at West Coast.
Who?
He's Julian from our team, and then a guy from All Fitness, Travis Dorge's guy, and he's a little taller, like Asian cat, and ours was a little shorter Mexican kid.
Okay, I think I'm trying to remember that fight.
Walks right out, and they're like, because he was his first time. Every time we're there, like work only. But the other guy's like, no, I want to fight. I'm like, work. We're working.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I'm picturing it. Yeah, I remember that.
He comes out, he head kicks him and drops him, and Julian gets back up and he's pissed. He's like, and he's used to fighting all of us, so he fucking marches him down, chases him down for the next 2 rounds, and like you can see the other dude's cardio was just gone, And it's like I don't know that situation, but like it's just kind of funny. You bopped him up for chasing him down around for the, and it's like. Like he didn't have the best cardio, but it was better. Like train your cardio. If you want to be a fighter, it's a big thing. I got the fucking assault bike right there.
Hit that mug. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, because you could have a Corvette if it ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah,
it ain't driving.
That's a fucking great way to put it.
Yeah. So.
I always say foot. So like to further that point.
Yeah,
because I'm good. I like these analogies.
Yeah.
Let's talk about footwork. Footwork's one of my favorite things because it's position, it's in and out, it's all that shit. Like it sets you up. Imagine that Corvette with all that power and bald tires. Like the only thing making contact with the ground is your feet at this point, and you don't know how to use them.
You're gonna slide all over, you're gonna crash it.
Yeah, you're gonna crash it. Yeah, exactly. Like fucking foundation fundamentals.
Real talk. But everybody want to be a Instagram fighter nowadays, and everybody want to do all the cool stuff. Go ahead and do that. See me in the ring, I'll knock your ass out, unfortunately. But it is what it is. So it is what it is. But
speaking of which, let's get back to your fight.
Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit.
So who's your opponent?
I think his name is like Andrew Karras or something. He's I think the 4th best heavyweight out of Canada or 4th best fighter overall out of Canada. Yeah.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, I've been training really hard for this fight, and I've watched him and his everything about him. He's a good martial artist. But I wouldn't take this fight if I wasn't confident enough to win. So Right.
It's kind of fight management.
Fight management, yeah. It's the art of war. It's martial arts, the art of war.
Exactly.
You don't just go into every battle. Even though you could be the superior force, you just don't take every battle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's ego and it's arrogance and probably stupidity.
Exactly, stupidity and pride, and who knows, something could happen. That person could have something up his sleeve. But Andrew Karras, he's a great kickboxer. I'm a really good kickboxer, and from the fights you guys have seen, they haven't seen anything. My boy Lou be training with me. He can attest. Like they haven't seen anything. Like I have great hands, but I also have great weapons everywhere else. It's just like that's why I'm really adamant on fighting amateur for a little bit because I want to be able to get that comfortable in my fights. I'm comfortable in the gym. I'm still a little tense in my fights.
For sure.
Yeah, but man, like my skill level, bro, I could be one of the best heavyweights out there. And, and even still, I could be a professional UFC champion one day. I'm still trying to balance that and, get the confidence for that. But for sure, I'm somebody that people really haven't seen. You can say I fight like Derek Lewis or Jairzinho Rosenstruck, but nah, I'm myself.
Well, you can move. You can move for being big, though. That's one thing I like about your style. You actually can move too, because that's kind of half of I'm really athletic, but you keep up though.
Yeah,
especially for being you got like 50 pounds on me. You keep up.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So I agree. I think you got it. Just you need that confidence.
I do need that confidence, and it's building confidence is hard, because you want to be a humble person. You don't want to blow yourself up, but at the same time, you need that. You kind of need
hubris,
that.
Man.
It's hubris. That's the perfect word for it. That's the hubris for it. Real talk.
Sometimes you just gotta pop your shit,
Sometimes you got to. So
you're under the right team to recognize these things and you think the people that are too brazen, they're like, I'm gonna be UFC champ, like after my first 5 amateur fights, I'm gonna take 5 AMs, and fucking that's it. I'm like, that's not how it goes. You need more experience than that. Like I had Michael Daftian from Mutual Combat on just recently. Shout out to my boy. He was talking about, he's like, all right, I need these experiences locally. He's like, not because, he's like, I need this, I need to fight at this weight, or I need to do this. And then he's like, I need to travel and fight somebody that's better than me. In their hometown. And he's like, I need to overcome this, and I want to do that as an amateur. So I have that experience before I go pro, so it's not a new experience. And I'm like, that is, I love when fighters are managed properly and they understand how to go about it without just that like egotism, the Instagram ego.
Right. Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. Like, we're fighters. You know, we're smart. You know, we're hustlers. We want to get at it. We just got to learn how to be able to think logically and think, you know, a few steps ahead. So but even still, like, I was gonna try to say something. But it was about like management and intelligence and stuff. Oh yeah, it's just like, you know, if you're a fighter, you're a hustler, you know, you just can't jump in there blind. You have to think, what is it? Where am I going to be 3 fights ahead? If I take this fight against this guy, where will that put me? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're amateurs. We got to look at the amateur circuit. Like, you can go on. I do this all the time. I'll go on Tapology and I'll like look up the rankings and I'll like watch guys and stuff. I'll be like, this guy's from California. This guy's from Idaho, and this guy fought this dude or whatever, and I'm like, okay, like this guy would be a good matchup for me. I'll whoop this guy's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's guys who are ranked number 50, and they would be a good matchup for me versus guys who are like ranked number 1. I'm like, I whoop this fucking guy's ass. So you always got to like watch people and you know, just know. You have to know your area. You have to know your enemy. You got to know
your competition. And bet. If you ain't watching your competition, I bet you they're watching you.
Oh, for sure.
It's just the same thing. Like, if I'm taking today off, they're training. So I need to, and like that shit'll haunt you. If it doesn't haunt you and you're fucking lazy, this is for my students basically for my students, or anybody listening, like, if you're comfortable being fucking lazy in your training, you're like, oh, like, bet your opponent is out there running when you're like, oh, I'm just going to take right now off. I'm going to relax. Unless you're just finished your training and you've already done your job that day, they're out there grinding like you should be too. Like, I used to overtrain because of that, though.
So it's that middle. It's that middle. It's like, it's like, fuck, like, you always got to like set aside like
recovery.
Set aside a day.
You know, and at this point in, like, because I don't fight anymore, but like everything I do, I look back and I'm like, I wish I would have rested more. I wish I would have slept more. Like, I remember going out on lunch and going sitting in my car and just falling asleep. And like, if I had structured that to where I'm like, all right, this is my daily like quick nap, probably be a little bit better. But that's also the number one thing I hear about people say, like, what would you have done differently? Like, slept more, you know, like this is number one. And because think about, like, that's when you're going to do most of your recovery, like when you're not
when you're not
your hormones dip and all this shit. When you don't sleep, you think it's 4 or 5 hours because I have to get up and train. I have to work. You know, all that shit, like, taxes you.
It really messes
catches up with you too.
Yeah, that's why you got. Sorry, I got a burp, but that's why you got to be really structured. That's why you got to be really structured with yourself, almost like a military guy. And I'm nowhere close to any of those guys, you know, respect to them, but you have to be really structured. Even military guys, they're martial artists, you know. Thank you for your service, Lou. Real talk. My boy right here. But, you know, you got to be even
thank me.
But, you know, military guys are very structured and stuff. They're martial artists as well, so you know, military is very effective. So I try to like pick up little bits and pieces from those guys. And a lot of those guys, man, when they do basic training, they'll get 4 hours of sleep for the you know 6 months. And if they can do it,
I think it's a test of toughness in a lot of ways. Like, because you're gonna have to know that you're gritty, right?
Well, even in the military, they understand the importance of sleep and rest. They'll have you go rest or give you your mandatory go rest day.
Okay.
So yeah.
But then those other days, you're just
well, I mean, I guess and fucking, that's a big machine. They're gonna have experimented plenty with too much work and not enough work and all that kind of stuff. But something I wanted to bring up, when Talon was here, he was talking about how big of a portion of your team is guys that are fighting at heavyweight or light heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, Lou, how big are you? What do you fight at?
I fought my last one 175, so 170.
Oh, okay, so
That's
not
what I
bad. So
fight, yeah.
like, was that welterweight?
Whatever weight that
Whatever,
was.
fucking. Because that was fought at like 185, 190. So
Middleweight.
yeah, middleweight. But you guys have like a big room. You see like other teams, like sometimes they have a lot of 135 to 170 guys. You know, big room with like smaller guys. Nothing wrong with that, but we were talking about how, because you got Isaac,
and we got Luther Egerson.
yeah, and like
big
guys, like to where I'm walking in and I'm used to being one of the bigger guys. I'm like, oh shit! Like I was standing next to Luther at Northwest Fight Challenge, and I'm like, this dude is fucking big.
Bro, he's
You're
massive,
big too.
bro.
Like I'm just
yeah.
like, jeez, guys.
Isaac's a
I'm
big
not trying
dude.
to fight you guys.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, Isaac's huge. I like grappling because he watches his weight. We got big people that don't know how to do that, and I kind of hurt myself a couple of times with. I'm not gonna say a name because they did not really work with their weight. But Isaac, when I grapple with him, he understands. He got like 80 pounds on me, so he takes it kind of easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's super important. It's like
is.
that self-awareness. You're not there to back to my students, but like you're not there to just bash on people. You're there to get better. And at the same time, like if you go too hard on your fucking training partners, they're not gonna be there the next day, and your training is gonna suffer. So like, and at the same time, you have to learn that control. But if you are the kind of person that's like shying away from that or timid from it, it's like, you know, like now you're taken away from them by not giving them a good look. Like I was not crashing out on the team the other day, but I was like, man, if you guys are gonna stand there and fucking take a punch, I'm gonna get pissed off. Like you can just stand there and just be like, oh, I got hit.
Right.
Oh, I got hit. What the fuck are you doing?
Deliver it back.
Like give it back, or like don't spar. Because what that's saying to me is that you want me to have pity on you or something like that, especially if you're making a certain reaction, like, oh, that kind of hurt. Oh, that was heavy. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, I don't mind I'll take an ass whooping. I don't mind, but I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean? I'm gonna, like, I'll be like, oh, fuck.
Right.
But I'm gonna stay covered up. I'm gonna try to give it back. But
you're like, I'm gonna go down swinging. Like, yeah.
I mean, I might not even go down swinging. I'm gonna go down defending. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, you hit me. I'm gonna make this face that, like, this sad face. Like, the fuck out of here. That kind of shit just drives me wild. And it goes back to like the training, or like, see people even doing the warm ups. They're just like
doing the lollygagging.
and I'll fucking crash right out. Like, come on.
Yeah, have some fun. You
Like, know this warm up in and out. Like, you could practice this at home every fucking day. You can do this as a circuit. Why are you slacking here? Drives me. Sorry, it's just my.
Nah, you good, man.
Fucking team shit.
Yeah, nah, straight
One
up.
of my pet peeves. Well, I grew up. My dad was a fucking sergeant in the military.
Oh, yep.
And did drill for a long time in an MP. So pretty strict.
Yeah.
So when I go into class mode, that's kind of have an element of that.
Well, that's how you gotta do it.
MPs are assholes.
That's how you gotta do it, man.
He said he didn't
No
like it.
disrespect to your father, but
No, my dad, had his moments.
Yeah, I'm not even in the military. I know
Those guys,
MP guys are assholes, but I mean that's how you got to do it, though. You know, you got to keep yourself really, really, really structured. And then it's not even just yourself; like it's the team around you. If you have 10 people that are all killers, you're gonna eventually be a killer too. You know what I'm saying? You are who you surround yourself with. If I surround myself with a whole bunch of little bitches, I'm not just like women. I'm saying if I surround myself with just punk bitches, I'm eventually become a punk bitch. I can't listen to that talk. Like I gotta surround myself around guys who are like about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
the culture you walk into. You know, like what's, with some of the five. You know, that whole thing. Like what's the culture and. The way they say about that, some of the five, you're the best one in your group. You gotta find a new group.
Real talk, because you always, you always gotta like. I don't really learn unless I like lose. You know what I'm saying? You always got to lose. There's always somebody better than you. And if you're the best person in the world, well then God is better than you, because you can beat everybody else, but you can't beat physics. You know, so there's always somebody better than you. There's always room to learn. So. That's how I look at it.
It's always ticking.
It's always ticking. Yeah, and like but again, it goes back to who you surround yourself with. Like when I was younger, I had a lot of gangbanging, cousins and stuff, and my mom never really wanted me to go around them and stuff like that.
Right.
So, I know them now, and I kind of see why. But like even still, like that's what it is. I went to when I was a kid, I went to all white elementary school. So
That's weird.
bro. I'm
Okay.
telling you, there was probably
where
I'm gonna show you.
I'm a nice name.
Yeah. No, it was okay. So I grew up in Skyway. I grew up in South Seattle. Yeah, I grew up.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I grew up in South Seattle, but my family's from the Central District of Seattle and stuff. And then so my life was like Everybody Hates Chris. Like I grew up in a real poor neighborhood.
That's how my mom was.
And then she took you up to the richer school, huh?
No. Fuck, I dropped out of school, went to work.
Oh, hey, y'all, do your thing.
No, she was...
Oh, you're talking about at the end of the show when he was like,
No,
I'm
you know
good.
when she's like, my husband got 2 jobs. That's her. She don't. They split. She was working 2 jobs. She's like, your ass better get up. Fuck yeah. My mom was like the mom on that show.
Yeah,
one of my best
Rochelle.
friends in high school because it was like a couple years had gone by before that show came out. Remember, he just hit me up out of the blue and he's like, "If you watch Everybody Hates Chris," I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "It's your mom, dude." And so I go watch it and she's like, "Chris, get the pee off the toilet seat." And I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
That's my mom. Like, rip open the door. Just fucking. Because it was funny because my mom left my dad for being too harsh military style, right? Oh, yeah. Guess what she fucking turned into? She was 10 times worse than him. Like, remember, like, I tell this joke all the time. She's like, don't ask me for nothing. You ain't getting no nothing. Don't ask me for anything. And this one day, she's like, I got you something. I'm like, what? She hands me a stick of deodorant. I'm like, okay. I thought it was okay, I must have been doing something good or something. Like,
thanks,
no.
Yeah, thank you, Mom. Yeah.
Always wanted this.
I know how that be.
But it was also like she's like, you need this. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's that good discipline she instilled in you, and
Yeah.
Getting to that age where you started smelling when you ran and stuff.
Yeah. Like, what was also, so here's the other side of it. So they split when I was like 8. And she's working 2 jobs all of a sudden. She's like, you need to get up, get yourself ready for school, get some food made, get yourself to school, home. You got to do your own laundry. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm here, I'll help, but like, you're your own person now.
Got to.
And so I'm doing my own laundry, and she's like, she sees it one day. She sees me doing my laundry, and she's like, you know, you're supposed to add soap to that, right? So this is probably like a year later. I'm doing my own laundry for a year with no soap. And so I'm like, nobody showed me. And she's like, you put it in, you turn this, you push it, and it goes clunk. And then it fucking starts. And I'm like, okay.
From the 4th grade, you was going to school musty.
Yeah.
You only child?
Yeah. Yep.
I feel that. So
Yeah, nobody to learn from,
Yeah.
nobody to fucking,
And your cousins were all over somewhere else, so you.
Yeah. And it was just different, but like that. The Everybody Hates Chris shit though. Like, that was my mom.
Yeah.
Fucking chew you out for fucking anything. Like, everything's your fault.
Literally.
Like, you ain't getting away with shit.
Literally. My mom was kind of chill, but I got a lot of aunties and uncles, and I'm telling you, like, they will bust me upside the head. They wouldn't even spank me. They would just punch me in the face. I start talking shit, but boom. Like that. Like, fuck. Come on, Chuck.
My mom used to, all right, I have this joke, like, I can't call a woman a bitch or like these bitches, because like, my mom would either smack me or grab me by the ear, or fucking, when I was like little, if I say a bad word, she'll wash my mouth out with soap. So even now, I got this like, I'm like, did I say something? Like, my mom was fucking pop up out of nowhere.
Snatch your shit. What the fuck did I say? Yep. Yeah, that's how we grew up, man. And they don't raise these kids nowadays. You got CPS calling, hey, you spanked me. Yeah.
See, that's why, like, I think fighters need to be CPS fucking
Real
workers. Because you'd be like, what happened? Oh, wash your mouth out with soap? Yeah, that happened to me. I'm all right.
Good day.
Yeah, I'm all right.
I've been chewed out before. Like, that fucking...
Yeah, I got beat up, by my dads and stuff. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely like a small line.
Too much, yeah.
You can't just be going abusing kids, but like pain is
Discipline.
Is a discipline. It's if I touch a hot stove, it hurts. I'm not gonna touch a hot stove no more.
I hope.
Yeah.
But
and
my boy JD Burns was on here. He's like, I had to touch the hot stove 5 times before I learned.
You talking about JD from Battleground? Battleground MMA?
Yeah, that's my dog.
I know that guy.
Yeah, pink hair.
He be doing bare knuckles,
bare
huh?
knuckle kickboxing.
Crazy
He's
motherfucker.
supposed to come to our school and do a seminar coming up. So bare knuckle kickboxing seminar, just like teaching like how to tape hands, like how to place your punch. Because you guys know, like for MMA, gloves are way smaller than the puffies we use in Muay Thai and kickboxing.
Right, and in a bare knuckle, it's even like worse
Even
because if
smaller.
you punch with like that pinky right there, oh, you
Toast.
He
Yeah.
probably don't remember, but a long time ago, I took a few classes at his gym down there.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Yep. He's been on here before. So
Okay.
Yeah,
check
J.D.
his
Burns.
podcast
I'll have to check that one out too.
Good one. Real good one. It was before his bare knuckle kickboxing fight.
Oh, okay. Where's he fight? Where's his bare knuckle fighting at? Is it around here?
It was at I think it's called Excite Fight. It's at the Muckleshoot.
Oh, at the Excite fights. Yeah. I fought for those guys before.
Yep.
Yeah, they're nice people.
One of our guys
Eddie,
is
yeah.
One of our guys is defending his title for 145
Up for the Excite fights up
on
in
23rd.
Muckleshoot?
Same night you're fighting for COGA.
Okay, so it's gonna be on the same night.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's weird how casinos do that.
Yeah. I think it's because it's like a competition thing. They want
Something like that, but stupid. Like, do you want to sell your tickets because you're the only big fights going on, or do you want to compete and be like, who's got the bigger dick? Be like, well, it's not really like we both fucking lost. Like,
Right. Well, if you think about it, if you put it, I'm always talking with a grain of salt, but like, let's say you got 100 people at that show. A lot of those people are working people. Do they want to spend $100 every weekend, or just spend like
That's
$100
another
for
good
that
point,
once
yeah.
month? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got you bringing your girl, you bringing your mom,
It's
or
an
whatever.
event.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's what, like, you remember back in the day when you used to go to like a buddy's house and pitch him a couple bucks for UFC?
Right.
That's what local fights have turned into,
Yeah.
in my idea. Like, it's, like it's an event now. Like you're like, all right, I know I'm gonna go out. It's like a party. I know I'm gonna see people there. I know like my boys fighting, or my buddies fucking homeboys fighting from so and so gym.
Right.
Things like that, And we're such a big community now that I think that's, or at least for me, it's like it's a big party.
No, that's exactly how I look at it, because it's like, everybody's just kind of kicking it, having fun, getting drunk. They're all partying, and then you got some fights on the side. You look at a fight, a few minutes, and you go back to, doing what you're doing.
Yeah, but now you're there live instead of coming over to so-and-so's house to watch,
Right.
Yeah.
event. Because that's what I think, like, streamlining, like, the UFC on Paramount and stuff like that, and being, like, so accessible. And it's a great tool, because now we all get to watch. I was watching fucking bunch of UFC Fight Pass night before last.
Yep.
The ones out in Vegas.
Yep.
Can't remember the name off. Tough Enough.
Yeah,
We
Tough
just
Enough.
had
Tough Enough.
somebody
We know a
fight
lot
out there,
about
huh?
Tough. Yeah.
Dylan just fought.
Dylan fought for Tough Enough.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
where, because I was trying to get Gio on, and he was like, oh, I'm in Vegas right now.
Yeah.
Dylan. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
Dylan at the, I'd like to get Dylan on here.
Dylan the Paris.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dylan
I'll definitely hit him up and stuff like that. Yeah, no, but you had me thinking about Tough Enough, because there's this dude named Stanton on Tough Enough. He ended up fighting my boy Yusuf.
Stanton, I know that name.
Yeah, he's a heavyweight. He ended up fighting I guess I'll say I'm a little pissed about it, because he ended up fighting my boy Yusuf, and my boy Yusuf, he was 1-0. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he was a heavyweight. Yusuf shouldn't be a heavyweight, but stuff happens. I was a big dude too, but he ended up fighting my boy Yusuf, and then they lied that he was 1-0. Turns out he has like 18 amateur fights.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Just straight bullshit. He ended up beating my boy Yusuf, and it's just like that still leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because it's like, bro, you're a nah. Anyways, though, I'm not gonna talk bad on nobody. So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that guy had like 15 fights.
yeah, that's why he beat Yusuf so fast.
Yeah, he came out swinging.
Yusuf
that
was 1-0. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that shit.
Well,
Yeah, it pissed me off.
you don't have to say anything. I'll call it out. Shame on any fucking promoter or anybody that matches somebody that one-sided. Like, that should not happen. That's what takes away from legitimacy of the sport. Because, like, you're a non-trustable fucking organization now.
Right.
Because, like, would you put somebody on that card with that matchmaker now?
Absolutely not. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
So,
Right.
and it's like, a lot of times the state gets involved, things like that, and you lose credibility there. So it's
Right.
like, you're fucking yourself by not being a good promoter or by not checking on these things. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think that falls down to every single person that falls into that line. Not that like I don't know, your boy Yusuf or whatever.
Yeah. No, he's a good fighter too. Yeah.
Well, and I don't know, like, because like, so let's say this. When a fight comes to me and they're like, hey, this is who we got. First thing I'm doing is I'm pulling up their name on Tapology, Google, fucking YouTube, Instagram. Checking all of these things, TikTok,
Everything. Emails, everything, anything.
Yeah.
You can find.
I'm just doing my due diligence, and if you have a fight record, you should be able to find some stuff.
Right.
If they're like, 0-1, maybe not, or maybe you find some clips. But you know, if you don't have like much of a fight record, it's a different story. But especially like higher level, or if you're going out of state, most of the time you can find something, and you should be able to like go and find these things. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm looking up those things, and I'm also telling my fighter like, hey, this is a person, blah blah blah. But it shouldn't even really go past the matchmaker at that point, unless they're just trying to fill their card.
Right.
And that's bad on them too.
Right. And I don't know what the story was behind the matchmaker and stuff, but you know, it is what it is. You know, Yusuf was a good fighter. Like before that, he got a head kick KO against a guy in his skill range, you know. And then it's like you go against a guy way out of your skill range, it's like, bro, like we're trying to keep people safe at the end of the day. Yeah, we're fighters, but you know, we don't want to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't have
That's
a
why
problem unless it's somebody
so that we can be
Yeah.
as controlled as possible.
And what's a fighter getting out of that though? Me going into a fight with 15 fights, going up against somebody with one fight. So
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
what is that? What is that person?
Another notch on your belt. Like it doesn't even do that much at that point.
How does that make you feel? Because I don't know. I think as fighters, a lot of us got a lot of pride and stuff. So I don't know. Does that kind of play on that? Me going in there beating up on somebody that's got way less experience. How do you feel about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
well, I think that. I mean, that's a great point, because like, what if they're just out there to get as big as possible, and and they're willing to leave however many bodies in their wake. It's like, what have you really achieved? You know what I mean? You got to the top, but like you didn't do it the right way. You're always working an angle, and like, I like Floyd Mayweather because of his skill. Yeah, but I don't like the way that a lot of his fights were kind of approached, and like, because you see like the whole like the toughest fighter fights the toughest fighter at their fucking peak.
That's UFC.
Well, it should be. Well, I mean, I think that like if you, like you said, if you have the pride as a fighter, that's the way you're gonna go about it. If you look at it as a business instead, then maybe you're trying to protect that record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, unfortunately, people lose in business too. And so like if you're a fighter and you lose in that business, it's like, I don't think it's right. I think that again obscures the sport, and I think that the business should be done by like the business manager. Like, you guys are fighters, just fight, train, fight. You got to worry about recovery, nutrition, and all that other shit.
But then that's where you got to get a smart business manager. You got to have the right people in your corner.
100%.
Man, you can get a business manager who can give you those sweet
Don
words,
King.
Don King.
Fucking huge example, one of the worst ones ever.
And after D'Amato died, you know, really, Tyson didn't really know who to go to. He was 19, 20 years old, you know, boom. So Don King, I'll get you. Don King looked just like Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm from the same area, you know, from the same, you know,
he just
where
sold
you
him the
been?
dream.
You just sold him that dream, bro. And, you know, you got to watch out for that. Like, a lot of people in my corner, I tend to kind of like, I wouldn't say judge my brothers or, you know, judge my people, but I like make a discernment on like if this is a good person or not. So a lot of my people in my corner, we've either like got into it really bad, or like there's been like an instance like where something happened and then seeing how the reaction was. Like for example, right, New Year's, I get blackout drunk. I've never been blackout drunk before in my life.
Okay.
I've never been blackout drunk before in my life. My boy Lou, we're all kicking it or whatever. You know, it's New Year's, so but anyways, though, yeah, and I don't drink anyways, but so I get blackout drunk or whatever. I end up, you know, having a puke or whatever. Thank God I didn't like lose my character. I was still, you know, still like, you know, very professional and stuff.
Know how much you remember from that night, man?
I don't know, dog. Like, I guess I was stumbling. I wasn't like going out like starting fights with people or like saying anything stupid or like exposing myself or nothing. So you hear some drunk stories, man.
I know. I don't have. I mean, I'm sure I got some of my own, but I've seen some shit too.
Yeah. Like there, we got some drunk stories. But anyways, though, Lou could have, you know, just been like, oh, I'll call the ambulance or something and get you to the hospital. And my boy Lou like really like helped me out and like worked his hardest to be able to get me, you know, for me to contact my cousin and, you know, and so it was like he did his thing. And so I'm like, man, bro, like anybody could have just been like, yeah, I'm your bro, but you can just go to the hospital now. Like, You know.
Yeah, that's what builds that camaraderie. You looking out for each other.
What happened to my car? Don't leave that out.
I mean, I kind of puked.
I was gonna say puking in your car was the worst.
It was a bad night. I pulled up to some address.
You know it's bad when you dial back the specifics on the question.
You kind of underplaying it a little bit. It was a long night.
Yeah.
I was like, DJ, put your head out the window. Out the window. He was just like, oh.
That still goes down your car. You gotta hang out the window, like belly out the window. That shit still goes down.
It was like 1 a.m. and we had this apartment complex in Seattle. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Luckily, this dude that he knew was leaving. And I was like, hey, yo, you know Dedrick? He was like,
yeah.
Like, who the fuck are you? Because, I'm just some random guy that just come out of nowhere. Like, hey, you know Dedrick? And he's like, who the fuck are you? So I'm like, look, man, if you know Dedrick, I need your help, bro.
Okay, you're like, oh, shit. It's one of those.
He walked upstairs and saw DJ. Then he goes, oh, shit. He went back in the house and like 7 dudes came outside and I was like, DJ, what's going on, man? It was a long night, bro.
It was with my cousins and all that, man. Yeah, man. And they had to carry my big ass down the stairs. My cousin, I'm the biggest dude, so I'm was like 270 at the time or something like that. Now I'm about to 260, but I had to carry my big ass down the stairs. I was, when you drunk, you all like flopping.
Oh yeah.
That's extra
His
dead
shirt
weight.
had puke all over it, so everybody was like touching puke.
Touch you, but you don't want
Those
to.
are like guys, man. I got to get them back, and I still hit them up and stuff.
All right, I'm gonna give you a quick tip. Because we had this problem a long time ago. We had a little dude in the back of a pickup truck because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And old school homie fucking comes out of nowhere with a big ass trash bag. I'm like, what the fuck? There's like a sauna suit fucking bag over top because he's covered in puke. We're like, it's fucking done. Like, poke the head through, poke the arms through, tucked him in. Fucking, the back of the truck wasn't that bad. But that's just a quick tip for anybody listening. You got to deal with somebody in puke.
Okay.
Cover them in a trash bag. Make sure they have a hole for the head. So don't suffocate.
Right.
Might
Make
fuck
sure,
up.
Yeah.
Just murder somebody.
Give them a little slit.
Start carrying the trash bags in my car.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that ain't happening again,
Learn
man.
the hard way.
No, because I mean, I grew up like my auntie was Filipino, so I grew up around a lot of Filipino family. They taught me how to drink when I was younger.
Oh, they don't let you get away with not drinking.
Exactly.
Too.
Exactly.
Like,
I ain't saying
no, it's disrespectful to not drink.
Disrespectful. I used to hang out with my older uncles and stuff. They'd be like, "Here, Dedrick, take a Captain Morgan." All right.
You fucked up because you chugged a whole fifth.
Let's not. Yeah.
I mean, like fresh from being closed.
There's something to say for some control.
Yeah, straight up. Because I like the whole time, my whole life, ever since I was 12, I don't drink like that, but I'll drink on occasion, social. But like this, sorry, they kind of hit my chin, but I've never been blackout drunk, and I'm like, okay, I'm a big dude. I knew I was overconfident. And that goes and explaining like you can't be overconfident with yourself because you could get fucked up.
Yeah.
And I was just a little overconfident, got fucked up.
I should have took it. I could have been a better friend. I should have took it from you.
Nah, you good, bro. You good, dog.
That's hard to do too,
Yeah.
because like when you're having a good time, you like start taking that away. People might think like you're not the good friend. Like you are a good friend, but you're trying to take away from my good time.
Right.
We all seen that happen before, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. Lou said, "Hey, dog, you gonna be fucked up." He said it to me.
Yeah.
He's like, "You gonna be fucked up, bro."
I thought you knew how to handle you. You a big dude. I thought you knew.
You
how to
grown
handle
man
you.
at that point. It's like, sometimes grown man got to learn the hard way too.
Hey, like real talk, he was transparent about. I can't not Lou. He looked at me. He's like, "You fucked up." Or you're gonna get fucked up, bro. Like you drink all that shit. I was like, Nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But
so I paid good money for this.
That's why I paid good.
$20 bottle. I'm like, I paid good money for this shit. All right.
Yeah, real talk.
That's funny as fuck.
Right. I wasn't gonna waste it because I don't drink. Like I wasn't gonna drink that shit ever again. And I'm like,
but
fuck.
that's fucking funny.
Right.
Like, no, I'm gonna get fucked up. And it's like, I'm not gonna tell you because you're probably gonna whoop my ass, but you're gonna whoop your own ass. You drink that.
Yeah. Right. Real fucking talk. So I mean, it happened. But my boy had my back.
There you go.
Like,
that's how you. Yeah, but like back to what you were saying, like camaraderie. You know what I mean? You find yourself not only like when you're fighting, scrapping and stuff like that, but the people you can trust outside of there too when you're having a tough time. So man, that's important.
You got to, so it's like I always like look at my family like my cousin, for example, the one whose house I stayed at after that drunk night. Me and him got into it real bad, and then we eventually got back, and now we're stronger than ever. So it's really because it's like fighting. It's like conflict display, like shows your true character. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so.
And then you make your adjustments.
And then you make your adjustments.
Yeah.
My coaches, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's why I don't have too many friends. You know, but all the friends I have, we basically something's happened, and we've instead of like beating each other up for it, we've gotten better over it. And,
Yeah.
You know,
I've been saying this a lot lately. Like relationships require a lot of forgiveness.
They do.
You know,
sure.
and I don't care what the relationship is. Forgiveness is, you know, like think about like if you have like any sort of standard, anything can go against it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you're just Xing people out left and right, and it's not the way to build a community. It's not the way to have like good supporting cast or people around you. You know?
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Actually,
You do.
I got hit up my dad. We ain't been talking for a few weeks because me and him got into it, but like relationships require a lot of forgiveness. You know, I love my father, so you know. But thanks for reminding me, bro.
Yeah.
Real talk. Relationships do require a lot of
Yeah,
forgiveness.
you deal with somebody for a certain period of time, you're gonna end up seeing who they really are.
Right.
And a lot of times you see things you don't like,
Yeah.
Right.
but you gotta just learn to take them for who they are. Forgive, just like you said, relationships require a lot of forgiveness.
Yep.
Eventually you're gonna have to at some point.
Right. Yeah.
But if you can, then you know you got a good one.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's forgiveness on both parts. You know, so that's takes two to tango type shit.
Right, real talk. Exactly. And you can't, like, a lot of people get hung up on people's like tendencies or their flaws. You can't mistake somebody's flaws for a bad character. They think, you know,
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's important that you say that because, like, I can have a friend and be like, hey, man, you have this flaw. Like, this is something, and they could get offended or not or whatever, but it's important to understand that, like, everybody has a flaw. And it's okay to talk about each other's flaws as long as you're not, like, doing it at their expense or, like, at their expense to entertain the room kind of thing like that. And it's, like, it's a difference between doing it so you can help and doing it for your own personal reasons or anything like that,
Right. Real fucking talk. Yeah. But, yeah, nah. But I guess we kind of went off track, but, like, back to, we're just talking, you know.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
Well, I love this shit.
Yeah, no, real talk.
Just talk, man.
But my life was like Everybody Hates Chris. I wanted to kind of get into that, but
Yeah.
I grew up in a poor neighborhood, went to an all-white school up north and stuff because my mom lived up north. But like that's where I learned how to like read different books and stuff. And so when I went to middle school, I went to Washington Middle School, which is like predominantly black middle school. Like my reading level was like 7th, 8th grade, while everybody's reading, and I was in 6th grade. While everybody else's reading level was still 3rd, 4th grade. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it really who you surround yourself with, and there's a lot more factors into that. You know, if you know about American history and stuff, but who you surround yourself with and all that stuff really is a huge factor on who you become. You know, I work with a lot of very wealthy and well-off people, and I see their hustle, and I'm like, I want to be like them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, that bum dude or whatever, like an old friends that I have. I want to be like them, and so just anybody who's listening, if you're a hustler or fighter, man, do that. It might take a long time for you to hustle.
Yeah. Then also once you start upgrading your life, you start in a way shedding fat too.
100%.
And that's just a metaphor for people that's been holding you back too. And then people start to say, "Oh, you changed, you're different." I go through this all the time because I'm from the East Coast and I'm out here, and people tell me all the time, "Oh, Lou, you think you're better than us or whatever, this and that." And it's like not really. I don't call as much as I should or whatnot, but I'm out here upgrading. Like DJ, you know, I kind of spoke to you about a lot of stuff I got going on, and that's just what it is. I've shed a lot of fat or whatnot. You can still call me or whatnot and talk to me, but at the same time, I'm trying to, like when I got into real estate, that's when I actually started upgrading my mindset. I started to speak a different way, started carrying myself a certain way and all of that, started dressing differently. And then that attracted other energy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. That's why I get excited because, all right, because you grew up stupid kid, hanging around the neighborhood or whatever, and then you start talking like that. You know what I mean? Then you go into a different room and they don't take you seriously.
Yeah.
And then like you said, real estate. I got a appraisal job, real estate appraiser apprenticeship when I was like 21.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with my friends, like, yeah, what's up, man? Doing all that shit, and they're like, it's just like, you're not professional.
Yeah.
And they look at you differently, and they're like, well, I don't know. It just, so I've gone from, like, just from starting the podcast and starting the mouth guards thing, because, like, I would go, I'm like, oh, I got to go to the post office. I'll go up there in, like, sweats and Crocs, but then I'm like, what happens when somebody sees, like, you don't want to dress well, better, or, like, well enough that you're approachable, you know, and I think, like, a lot of society's kind of gotten away from that, and obviously you want to be comfortable and stuff like that. That's why we do, but yeah, just when you start hitting those other rooms, it can feel like they're looking at you like you don't belong, especially if you sit there and sound a certain way or do something. But I wanted to say something about, you said you're from the East Coast, and about shedding fat. The more people I meet from the East Coast, I'm not saying it's just an East Coast thing, but, like, they adapt well to up here because of the same, like, I don't want to say it's the environment, but a lot of people, there's not enough time to sit there and bullshit. And I see that from, like, a lot of East Coast. They're like, hey, man, I'm just going to fucking stop you right there. We're going to be more harsh and more direct, so that, because we don't have the time to not be. You know, I just see, like, more and more people around or from the East Coast kind of, like, saying that sort of stuff.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. But my family will tell you how it is. I got people all the time I tell, like, if you met my family, we don't beat around the bush with shit. We're really direct.
Yeah.
Like, everybody in my family at some point fought each other. If it's two guys, we probably fist fought at some point. And if it's a female, we probably argued at some point. But yeah, to your point, we're really direct. We don't really. Me, I'm not a big small talker. I can.
Surface level's rough.
Yeah, but most of the time, like at work, or if it's somebody in the outside world that's kind of high and by, and you know, maybe I crack a joke, make you laugh or whatnot. But I don't do the small talk like that. Yeah, this is not my character. But yeah. We're to your point, we're really direct.
Yeah. And I see, so, like, a lot of my family's from the South, and it's like a lot of the very nice, like, oh, we let a lot of things go until they're like, hey, we need to make sure that things are still operating. And not always, I'm not trying to, like, say that's a bad thing, but, like, you see the niceties of different parts of the country and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not anymore, but, like, the generations before us that kind of, like, really passed that along.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Where at in the South? I know about the South. I lived in.
Missouri.
Oh, yeah, that's
St. Louis.
I was in Virginia.
Yeah.
For a little while.
Yeah, most of my family's like St. Louis area, right around there. Like a specific part of my family, St. Louis, and then my other side of the family is Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah. Arkansas wasn't like that. She's like, you know, Looney Tunes. Yeah. You know, Yosemite Sam, the little cowboy with the guns. Yeah. It's like his sister. That's like my grandma. Like, rooting this too. It's like, calm down, grandma. Like, it's not that serious. Yeah. So what do you guys want to say? We're coming up about an hour and a half. What do you guys want to?
An hour and a half already?
Damn, really?
Yeah, we do that, bro. That's what's up, man.
It flies by. That's how the episodes
like I've
are
been
long.
Here for a half hour.
I know.
Not real talk.
So you
let's get back into covering a couple things.
Yeah. Support you, bro. What you bring on, whatever.
I don't know, dog. We kind of been chatting. I mean, yeah, like.
Let me make sure. You turned your mic off.
Turn it off. Dang.
There we go.
Yep. Sorry. Next little sir was doing some work, but
that's why I said, like, I've touched the mic before, and I'm like, and I'll be watching it and be like, that's where it turned off. I'm like, fuck. And you just be like, oops, I accidentally touched it.
And then the audio kind of.
Oh yeah, it goes to the phone speaker, so it gets really echoey versus something that's like right here.
Okay.
I see. I see.
Or like I've got one faulty mic and it sounds like you're underwater.
And that was a little.
Hopefully it wasn't like that for too long.
Right, that was a little thing, but I'm not really.
Let's plug your fight one more time.
Talk about my wall again. My fight's May 23rd at the Clearwater Casino. I'll be fighting Andrew Karras, fourth best heavyweight, I believe, out of Canada. He's a good martial artist, and I believe that fight will push me. Yeah. I've been training hard. Like this morning, I got up and I ran 4 miles. I was like, well, I'm going to go to the gym anyway, so I decided to take the bus down there because gas prices are crazy. I stay in Puyallup, bro. It's fucking $6, bro. You know about that. And then, but anyways, I took the bus. I did a little film study on the bus. I like to read a lot and stuff. But I jogged 4 miles down there to the bus, and then took the bus, and then got myself a little circuit workout in, and came over here. And that's why I was like, let's meet at 1:30. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to get my training in, and I'm gonna go work my ass off tomorrow as well. But it's gonna be a real good fight, and you know, yeah, I got. There's probably some things I could definitely like more information I can give, not about the fight, but just
no,
in general. But I mean, like, hey, like.
Yeah, and that's COGA. COGA at the Clearwater, May 23rd. Yep, and it's the heavyweight title?
It's the heavyweight title.
Amateur
heavyweight title.
Yeah.
I'm still fighting amateur. I believe I'll fight for amateur for a while. I don't know.
Till it's time.
Till it's time, you know what I'm saying? Because I know when I turn professional, I start beating guys who are going to fast track me really fast. Because I'm super skilled. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like the people who've seen my fights haven't seen my skill set. Like, I'm extremely, extremely talented. So I know when I go professional and my skills are on display, I'm going to go very far, very fast. And then that's when I will start going against all-American wrestlers, ex-Olympians, you know what I'm saying? Like it's I would think I'm a good fighter. Like, if I was to go against Gable Stevenson, he would take me down, and you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. Like, so I want to make sure that I have my fundamentals in first before I really sink my teeth into this thing. So
for sure, that's really smart.
Thanks, bro. Yeah. But yeah, I'm 6-1 right now. I should be 7-0, but it was a kind of a fluke loss that I had a while back against Reno Booth. Good guy, by the way. But it is what it is. But yeah, Joe DeRobio's and Eddie Blackburn, they're real good dudes, and they've been treating me well. Omar as well, good guys, man.
Shout out to my dog Omar. I was on the phone with him for like an hour this morning.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, I talk to Omar all the time.
Yeah,
it's always biz dev shit, business development. Always.
Yeah, man. He's a good dude, man. He always is about like just uplifting other people. You know what I'm saying?
He works hard as fuck at it.
He does, bro. He does.
You're talking about that hustle.
Bro, that guy's a hustler.
Yeah.
Bro. Because I literally was just talking the other day about some shit, about work and, training. And he's like, bro, I be hustling all the time, bro. And just, giving me game and stuff like that. That dude, man, he's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. So Joe and them, Eddie Blackburn, they're good dudes, man. Real nice people. And that's why I like martial arts, because up here in Washington, like you guys were talking about down south, up here in Washington, bro, fucking everybody there is fucking mean as shit. But then
they act like it. Like surface level mean. Yeah.
Exactly. They'd be like, get away from me. But you actually talk to people, or the martial arts community is very, very accepted. Because we don't play none of that fiction. If we don't like you, we don't like you. If we like you, we like you.
And you get pushed out quick out of this community when people don't like you. You sit there and start to see it doesn't take much to make a bad name. You know what I mean? And once that bad name's out in our community, everybody knows. Everybody knows. We're a close-knit community. And I actually kind of like that, because it's like nobody gets pushed out that's legit.
Right.
It's not like it's not a cancel culture thing. It's like you fuck up, and it's like, we need to have you on the radar now.
Right, literally. And it's not because of different opinions. Like, you got Trump supporters there. You got people who are straight liberals. I'm a neutral, but you got people from all different walks of life. People who can't speak English. People who can speak 5 different languages. As long as your morals are good, you're a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Sean Strickland, for example. Sean Strickland would say stuff off the rails, but as more you see him, he has a good character about him. And you can't hate the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have somebody like Colby Covington, who's, I've heard a lot of people say, like, he's a sellout, There's a reason why a lot of professional fighters don't fuck with him no more. Yeah, you could do your whole Trump supporting persona, but when you start trying to fuck other people over, that's where it's like, all right, bro.
And that gets out quick.
It gets out real quick.
But they're on a much bigger scale. And think about the word will get out, but it'll take more time, because it's got more time to more distance to travel. Once you fuck up around here, it's like, oh, I told you, you told him, fucking everybody else told each other, like, oh shit, did you hear about this? Like, this person fucking matched whatever, so-and-so against a guy that's fucking 1-0 or 0-1.
Right.
And then that story gets out, and then people are like, "Oh, I don't want to fuck with that person." Or then they do it again, and then it's like, now you're blacklisted.
Yeah, because that's the thing about Stanton too. I think he, I don't think he even told the promoter now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think they even told the promoter his actual. I think they kept that shit under wraps.
That's what I mean. It's like, who's working the angle here?
Yeah, because now hearing about him, there's other people who really didn't want to fight him now, because it's like, bro, you're not 1-0, you're fucking 15-1 or some shit. So. The truth is out there. People are gonna fucking find out, and so you're only gonna be able to hide it for so long. And it just sucks when people fucking try to play a game, because imagine somebody that's either of you guys. You're like, you feel cheated. I would feel hella mad. To be honest with you, somebody did that to me. They're probably where I'm at, I'm probably going against like basically a world champion. You know, if they did that same shit, like where you know, but
you would know. Again, you already
know
your opponent at this point, and I mean, it's just kind of part of the game at some point. I don't think anybody's out there hasn't been screwed over.
Right, you know, it's martial because that's the thing. You at one side, everybody is cool with each other, but on the other side, it's the martial arts.
It's the most competitive fucking thing, I think. So competitive.
Yeah, it's the first sport,
And it's like fighters are competitive, and the matchmakers are competitive, and fucking casinos compete, and fucking it's like every single level competes.
Well, everybody likes fighting combat sports. I forgot who said this. I saw this on a podcast. He said, "I'm gonna prove to you that you love fighting over basketball." He goes, "There's
I remember hearing this, but I don't remember where it's from."
There's a pickup basketball game happening,
and then a fight breaks out. What are you watching?
What are you watching?
You're cheering for the fight. Yes,
you're watching
exactly.
the fight. Everybody fight.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time, we have fights with gladiators, everything. Fighting has always been part of humanity.
Yeah, you look at animals, bro. They're always fighting each other. You know?
That's what I say. It's in our DNA.
Yeah.
Even fighting for our lives and all that shit.
Yeah,
You know?
real talk. It's real
Fighting
talk
to survive.
Yeah, you read the Bible. God tells you, hey, God messes with fighters all the time.
I used to be really judgmental about people that would be like they don't fight, but they're like, I'm a fighter. So like I was watching like some award ceremony, and I love Halle Berry. She goes up there and she's like, I'm a fighter. I'm like, bitch, what's your record? But I'm like, I digress. I'm like, no, you know, like I always preach now that, you know, like it is a metaphor for life because everyone's struggling through something, and you have to fight through certain things. It's not always like a physical fist fight or a fucking MMA fight. You know what I mean? And even our fights aren't as real as they could be because you have to protect the knuckles or like you have to go like
because if I'm fighting for my life, bro, I'm not gonna do that. I'm a fucking like stump you in the nuts. Like if I'm fighting for my life, I'm not gonna just sit there and fight clean.
And everything.
Sorry, dog, I'm headbutting. Like I'm checking hands. I'll pick up a rock.
There's a chance I could
die. Now if it's a gentleman's agreement, you know what I'm saying? We
that's
have to argue. That's different. But if you're trying to like stab me,
it's
in the face,
not primal at that point.
It's not primal at that point. Like I'm, you know, like I'm fucking going for that kill shot. You know, going for your throat, going for your eyeball, something like. That's what Bruce Lee said. The two primary targets are, I think, the throat. Like when it comes to the face, kill shot. Throat or the eyeball.
Oh, yeah.
If you're facing right there, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Think about like nuts, like boom, right there.
Or the uneducated people that think they're a tough street fighter. I'm like, I'm gonna punch them in the mouth. But like, bro, you're gonna have some cut up knuckles. Yeah. You ever feel like you might knock their teeth out, but your knuckles are gonna be fucking shredded.
Right.
I still got a bruise on my knuckle from when I was like 15 from hitting somebody in the mouth. Cutting my shit open.
I got a fucking nice little notch cut out of this knuckle right here from punching somebody's teeth out. Same thing, like 15.
Yeah.
High school scuffles, man.
Well, you can't be doing that street, or not you, but just people. Like I think street fight is stupid. Like I did like a little street boxing match, bro. Actually, that's how I fucked up my teeth and stuff like that. I was like, this was the first time I don't know, I was like 16 or something, but it's the first time I really kind of got into like some street fighting or whatever. And we didn't have no mouth guard, so. This was so stupid. This was a funny story, but we were boxing whatever, and I'm boxing another big dude, and I'm like, okay, either he doesn't hit super hard, or I really got a chin on me, because we lift weights together. He lifted weights with me. I was like, I got a chin on me, so I was like, okay. I did this. I was thinking I was in Dragon Ball Z, bro. He was hitting me. I put my hands down like that, nigga. That's about everything I love.
That's how my trainer fight, Crew Jones, Brian Jones Jr.
Just boom, boom. Yep. But I didn't do that. I wasn't smart enough, so I took it to the chin. I was boom, 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 boom. He hit me like 8 times, almost went down. Ended up fucking losing the tooth or whatever, but it's like you have to protect yourself. I got that shit fixed a year later, and then I ended up losing it again because I was biting on the pork chop bone. But it is what it is. I was tearing that pork chop. I was like 16, 17. This was I was big, bro. I was tearing that pork chop the fuck up.
I thought you said you lost the fight because you was chewing on pork chops.
No, I lost.
That's what I heard.
No. So I had
lost that fight with the tooth.
That's what I'm saying. I had got a filling in, and then I was like 3-4 months later, I was tearing pork chop the fuck. You know, good deep fried pork chop.
Oh yeah.
I was tearing that shit. You know how it is, Luke. Come on, bro. I was tearing that shit.
I don't eat pork, so.
Oh, you don't eat pork, but when you was eating, anyways, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I got
you getting in that motherfucker, and then all of a sudden I just bit on that shit. Yeah, so I'll just leave it like it is now. A lot of people call me Mike Tyson, so I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Right, I'll take it. You know.
Custom fit mouth guard will fix that problem.
Get like a little mount right there, just fit it right there.
No, you just pop that right in. I mean, you can get a fucking bridge, but saying like when you go fight, you don't have to worry about busting them out no more.
No, nah,
Custom fit
real
mouth
talk.
guard.
I make sure I got my mouth guard. And I'll get straight up, get a relentless custom mouth guard.
This
Yeah.
custom mouth guards.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, I actually really got to get one because I have a big problem with like mouth guards. Like the first time I fought for Joe for COGA, I got everything I need. This literally, I'm like a fight up, and I'm like, I don't have a fucking mouth guard, bro. Look, thank God that one of the other teammates gave me. He was like a coach. He gave me a used mouth guard. It was used, but it was like either go in there with that or
Go in there or don't fight.
or don't fight. So I was like, fuck it, pop that bitch in, and it was my first fight against Charlie Payne. Charlie Payne's a great fighter, by the way. Man, that's a fucking he got some deadly kicks. I don't know if you ever heard of Charlie Payne, but bro, dude, man, that's a fuck, bro. I was watching out for them kicks. Were you there?
I was there. Yeah.
Yeah. One time he was, and it's crazy too because he's a big dude, 6'5", 6'6", you know, kicking fucking head kicks off of his back
damn.
foot. So I'm just trying to walk him down or whatever, and then I seen it like a 10 flash, and thank God that I had my hands up like that, and I was able to duck and slip right underneath. Oof. But I mean, if you see his fights, this dude is fucking putting guys out with them kicks, snap kicks, spinning kicks. Yeah, bro.
For a big dude like
he's
that,
like 240,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, you fought him twice too, huh?
I fought him twice. Yeah, no, each time I had to be on my P's and Q's because one of them would have put me out.
Yeah. A lot of wrestling in that second one.
A lot of wrestling in that second one, you know what I'm saying? Because we both were like, man, like, you know, like once you separated, it's like, okay, you know, it's up for a chance. So, but I was pretty confident in my skills, and I got the job done.
Nice,
but,
man.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. That's a dude that the Pacific Northwest should keep an eye out for. He's gonna be putting in some work soon. So
One more time for the name.
Charlie Payne.
Charlie Payne.
Yeah, I think it's like Payne or something.
Okay.
He's out of Omak, Washington. Got great respect for each other.
Okay, cool. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Cold cat.
I'll make sure I go follow him.
Real talk. But I ain't got much to say. Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to say before we close out? Shout outs?
I mean, I appreciate you know, having me on your podcast, dog. Like, man, this is like, it's real good. It's real good.
Time went right by, huh?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Every time, man, the sermon was like, why you run your podcast so long? I'm like, I can't help it. We just get to chatting.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I think you got the biggest podcast in the PNW right now.
That's what people keep telling me. It's what Omar told me. He's like,
Yeah.
at this point, he's like, you got to put Pacific Northwest #1 podcast for fighters.
Number one podcast for fighters. Yeah.
I'll put it on there. Nobody disagrees yet.
I haven't heard of anything besides like the news or something like that.
The news?
Yeah,
I'd
right.
be on the news. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
like,
hey, dog.
Sway City Muay Thai podcast on the news real quick. At the Mariners game, like, I'm here.
Yeah. You like the new Get Jesse or whatever?
You head out there.
Yeah. I'll do something. Oh, if I'm there, I'll just wear my shirt and bring my little microphones.
Just start interviewing people. What do you think about the UFC? Or what do you think about this or whatever, you know? You get some fight-related questions out there.
Well, I go to the scrapyard sometimes. And it's not
that's when I
like,
really first seen you. Yeah, the scrapyard.
It's not because I like they're fighters or anything. No disrespect or anything, but I'm really trying to support Steve, Fire Chicken, the guy that owns it and produces it. Like, because I met him at the fights one time. We just kind of like kicked it, and then he came to the podcast and just really helped support. And we're actually, for Relentless Mouth Guards, going to go and be sponsoring the Scrapper of the Month moving forward.
That's what's up.
Once a month, you know, whoever wins that award, you're going to get a custom fit mouth guard that's got the Scrapyard logo on it. Just like how I sponsor COGA and Brian Johnson's event and War Kickboxing. So like we're going to continue our sponsorship programs for a lot of these events that are in our community here so that we can kind of like build up our team.
Real talk. I really can't wait to see what the future's like, bro. And now we need to get DJ and start, you know, kind of being like the grandfather of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Demetrius Johnson. And Demetrius Johnson, I don't know if you know, Demetrius Johnson isn't really from West Coast per se, but without our head coach Reese Andy, there would be no Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard that story before. Nah, but so Demetrius Johnson was hitting the bag one time. I think this was like early 2000s, mid 2000s. Reese Andy was just kind of finishing up his fight career, and he seen DJ hitting the bag. Where was this at? This was in Renton or something, at the old West Coast. But he seen DJ hitting the bag, and Reese was like, "Bro, you need to try MMA." DJ was like, "They don't have a weight class for me. I'm 125." And Reese was like, "They will. Just try MMA." And then Reese trained Demetrius Johnson like for his first few amateur fights, and Now Demetrius Johnson is a 14-time flyweight champion.
In my opinion, the greatest of all time. My personal
I
opinion.
think my opinion is the greatest of all time. Like you could say John Jones. And okay, look, I'm coming from a fan perspective here. Okay, I know if I went toe to toe with John Jones, he would beat my ass. But I'm coming from a fan perspective here. John Jones fought a lot of people who were smaller than him and older than him. And granted, those guys were ass whoopers too. Anderson Silva, Rampage Jackson. He fought Ruga as well, right? Shogun Ruga, DC, Ryota Machida. But when he had the fights against Thiago Santos, Alexander Gustafsson, and of course, everybody knows the Dominic Reyes fight, especially Dominic Reyes fight, he struggled. He did beat him. I've rewatched those fights time and time again. He won those fights fair and square, even though people say Dominic Reyes. Reason Dominic Reyes lost because he started losing his form towards round 3. But the first 2 rounds he was getting John Jones, and then John Jones was able to adapt and adjust. So I think that John Jones will lose to Francis Ngannou because John Jones always struggles against guys his size. Francis Ngannou is bigger than him. He has an 85-inch reach, 6'5", 6'6", and he got that one-punch KO power.
Yep.
And unfortunately, there's no such thing as not getting hit in the fight. John Jones will get hit. John Jones needs to take him down, pick him apart, and all that stuff. But all Francis Ngannou he just needs 1 to 3 punches. And he will land those 1 to 3 punches. You seen with the Carlos Oberg fight.
Yeah.
1 punch, KO.
He's got some fucking crack in his punches, man.
Yeah. He had like the hardest punch ever or something.
At the UFC PI,
it's like getting hit by a sledgehammer or something.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wasn't he working like salt mines or some shit?
Yeah,
He kept
he
getting like deported and like back to the salt mines or something. He like escaped like a couple times. It was wild. Something wild. I remember hearing about it on Joe Rogan, so I'm sure it's true. No, I'm just kidding. No, sorry. That's like hearing something on here. It's like for sure it's true.
I mean, I kind of trust that over like regular news nowadays.
100%, because he's getting it from the people that know him best.
Exactly.
And he'll call people out too. He'll be like, I don't know about that, man. Let me check up on that.
Do you see the little joke about the it's like fucking big head man versus tiny hat man? The Joe Rogan thing. He's like he's just like, for years they're saying like Joe Rogan will get like, he just believe anything. But he's like, in recent years they're like, Joe Rogan studied for many moons about like blah blah blah, and then he's just like. It's like, you said this, but this guy said this. He's like, are you lying? They like doing that shit, but I mean, I don't know. Fucking he knows his shit pretty well. Yeah, and he has people are smarter than him on all the time.
When you've done so many podcasts, you pick up a few things, you know.
I fucking love doing podcasts because I'm always learning something. I've not had one podcast that I've hosted that I have not taken something away.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Always learn something too. Yeah, and then you just take your knowledge from all different sources. You know what I'm saying?
And sponge.
You take it you soak it up like a sponge, and you make the wisest decision to the conclusion. You know. Yep. Cool. Yeah.
Well, give your shout outs to your team real quick, and then we'll close out.
Yeah. Shout out West Coast Fight Team. All my guys: Luther Egerson, Gio Rosales. Chico, I don't even know what Chico's last name. We just call him Chico.
Chico Juarez.
Chico Juarez, yeah. Everybody just call him Chico.
What's his IG name? Something else.
Relentless MMA.
Oh, yeah. He should get a Relentless mouth guard.
Right. Oh, I didn't know what you were doing. Oh, shit, yeah.
See how I did that?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah,
I see what you did.
That was filthy.
I see what you did. That was good.
Yeah. Relentless MMA. Get Relentless mouth guard. We got Gio Rosales. George. I don't even know George's name. He's from Burma, but I call him Jorge. And then we have Isaac, Dylan. Yeah, we got a few good. You got Dylan, and then Ethan Pedro. We got Yusuf Alawazi. I think those are all of our current fighters right now, like active fight team. Yeah,
that's a big number.
We got a big fight team. Yeah, we got a big fight team. And then we got some good guys that we train. We got Greg. We got Ryan. He goes by Nerd Rage. I don't know if you know Nerd Rage.
I've heard of it. There's so many names that keep popping up. So I'm just like,
right.
It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, he goes by Nerd Rage. He was on Street Beefs. Big dude. That motherfucker can move, bro.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about now that you say Street Beefs, but I think I just remember hearing of it. I haven't met him, I don't think.
Yeah.
I probably would remember if he's that big. Like,
he
remember Luther.
His shit was getting some. Yeah, Luther was probably the most. I would say he's probably the most popular fighter at Street Beefs.
Well, I wouldn't. We did the I did a podcast with him inside the scrapyard with Steve.
I gotta watch that one. I was scrolling.
It
through
was
and I seen
raining. It sounds like somebody's in the background pissing.
Ah,
You know, like hits the tarps and it's like,
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, but we did it.
Yep, you guys did your thing. That's Washington for you, man.
Yep.
Real talk.
Washington in January, we did it though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nasty business, man.
Hey, nah, he
was.
from the East Coast. He don't know how to Washington weather. We from the North.
Oh, I've been here like
We used to that
13 years now. So
He from the East Coast and down south.
Acclimated.
You ain't no Washingtonian. You a naturalized Washingtonian, but other than that.
Been here for a minute.
But yeah, that was my fight team, man, and we got some good dudes. Good family gym. Talent Hammers as well.
So you coach
Talent Hammers as well, man.
John
He'll take
Mariansky.
care
John
of you.
Mariansky, Reese Andy.
Yeah.
Shout out to my coach Lundermore.
They take care of you.
Yeah. And Talent, man, that's a strong cat, bro. He's strong as hell. He's like, basically, he's lifting as much as me. Like, we're the biggest lifters in the gym.
He was fucking doing like push. He was walking around with the rings, and he's just like, it's like this is a couple smokers ago over here, there, and like walks right up. He's like, I've been doing this lately. He just gets down, started doing push-ups on him. Like, damn it, Talent.
This dude, Talent, I've seen Talent lift 400 pounds like it wasn't nothing. I swear, bro. All natural. Like, he tells me about all the, like, the you know, little supplements and stuff. Obviously, you take supplements, but he ain't on the steroids, nothing. It's all natural. He's just
He'd be a lot bigger if he was. Like, he'd be
Oh,
like, poof, poof.
he
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
a lot
He looked like
bigger.
he went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, straight up, bro. The dude's ripped. So I do a lot of lifting with him, man. And yeah, he's a good guy, man. Knows his shit. Yeah, Reese Andy knows his shit. Phenomenal wrestler. And yeah, if he fought Matt Hamill, unfortunately he lost, but that would have been cool to see. If he won against Matt Hamill, he would have fought John Jones. So
Yeah.
But-
Shit's wild back then, too.
it was wild back then. Yeah, for sure. But John Mariansky too, man. Good dude, man. He teaches me a lot about boxing. Good, solid dude, man. He's a good hunter. I'll go hunting with him one day. But other than that, man, I could rant on about this shit forever. But yeah, that's my fight team. So
Yeah, oh yeah. What about you, Lou? Anybody?
Oh shoot, just the same people, and we train at the same gym. I've been out for a couple months. I tore my MCL. That's healing, but I'm back on going like 10-mile hikes in the mountain and stuff and all that. So you know, you kind of just can't do crazy movements.
Lateral, yeah.
But you know, MCLs, they heal on their own. So I'll be back and getting back to it. I just really miss training. Yeah, I'm here to support my boy Dedrick, his upcoming fight. So I'm just kind of here to show that support. And yeah, shout out DJ, man. UFC, here you come, right?
we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's my game plan. We'll see what's going on. The future, anything could happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, but if God is on my side and I'm nice and healthy and stuff, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to make it to UFC unless I'm not on my P's and Q's and I'm not on point for my training camp. I really don't see myself losing much.
Basically, it's on you.
It's on me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. UFC 1 championship, rising. I will be fighting very high level, especially when these guys see the skills that I can pull off. I can't fucking wait. I gotta just rep my shit, and I will be a fucking destroyer. You know, because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to fight to win. You fight to destroy. And that's how you win. You don't fight to win. You don't be doing all that pitter-patter bullshit. You fight to fucking destroy a motherfucker.
That's the fight, not the martial arts.
Fight.
Yeah. Real
Sorry,
talk,
bro, but I gotta break you.
Sorry, brother.
Yep.
You know, that's how it
You're
is.
just an obstacle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're an obstacle in my like John Jones said, you know, you're another chapter in my story. So, you know, even though I think John Jones is probably one of the not the best martial artists, he is still one of the greats. I think
For sure.
Yeah, still give it to Demetrius Johnson because we're Washingtonians and his numbers speak for itself. But I still learn a lot from brother, and you know, so
For sure. Yeah. I mean, especially being his size and that you're a big dude too. It's like a lot of game you're gonna be able to take.
a lot
away.
of game. Yeah, because I got a very long reach, and I kind of got a similar style with him sometimes. You know, like I like doing that long guard, playing with people's hands and stuff, and so you know, I learned a lot from him. I'm just like trying to, you know, cover my tracks and be humble because, you know, once my boys watch this podcast, they're going to be like, you don't think John Jones? I'm going to get a lot of hell from that shit. So John Jones is a phenomenal martial artist, but I think Francis Ngannou will beat him, unfortunately. I think that's just a thought, you know.
This is
it's
one
an
of the
opinion.
best parts of the fight game is there's always that fucking conversation to have about like who would do this versus who.
Yeah.
You know, so Yeah, so, well, thank you guys for fucking coming on.
Yeah.
Anybody out there, let me know if you guys need a relentless mouth guard, because that's what we do now. So,
Yep.
yeah, looking forward to seeing you on May 23rd at COGA
May
Clearwater
23rd.
Casino. It's going to be a dope show. So,
Yeah.
yeah, make sure you stop by the Sway City Muay Thai podcast area. We'll
Yes,
be
sir.
doing interviews, and we'll make something happen.
Do a quick pre-fight interview.
Yes, sir. Pre
sure.
and post.
Pre and post fight. Oh yeah. Okay, for sure.
You get that
for sure.
fucking energy after you win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ride
straight
that
up.
high.
Yeah.
Straight the fuck up. Yeah. Hell yeah. I can't wait to see you, brother.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for coming on, guys.
All right.
That was
Yeah.
dope.